Good afternoon to everybody. Very happy to see such a great turnout today. I'm going to issue a few words and then I'm going to pass it on to the people who actually do the work around here, which is Dr. Ingemann and the Critical Incident Stress Management team. Although policing can be a hugely satisfying and rewarding form of public service, it can also be stressful and exhausting and challenging for all police officers, reserve police officers and support staff. The Bermuda Police Service has made progress in recent years to place more emphasis on wellness support for all of our staff. And today, the opening of the Occupational Health Unit represents a significant leap forwards in terms of elevating that support. We now have a physical space that is fit for purpose, and you'll all be invited to take a tour of the building soon. If you make it all the way through, there is food in the back as well, so that's the incentive to view the whole place. It provides a single location for the amalgamation of our critical incident stress management team and our clinical support services, as well as providing space for health and wellness seminars and group consultations. But having a useful physical space really is only part of the solution. The opening of the Occupational Health Unit is a testament to the ongoing excellent work provided by Dr. Ingemann and 28 dedicated volunteers that provide essential and internationally accredited CISM support. In conjunction with many of our external partners here today, their commitment is to working every day to contribute to the overall health of us all. There is a saying that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Sometimes we all need a little help to remain strong. After all, our people are our most important asset, and the objective here is to help each other to stay healthy so that we can continue to develop and deliver quality policing services to our community. Occupational Health Unit behind me doesn't mean that the work is done and the mission has been achieved. It just represents what I think is very good and significant progress and a continued commitment in the Bermuda Police Service to the wellness of our staff. And I'll be delighted today to cut the ribbon to open the facility officially. Thank you. I now pass on to Dr. Ingemann.
Just welcome and Happy New Year, and welcome to the Occupational Health Unit and the new CISM office. Lao Tzu said that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. And I think all who have seen the humble beginnings and where we started and how we've evolved to be where we are today is a testament to even the openness and awareness and cultural change within the police service. I am also humbled at the opportunity to introduce clinical psychology, health psychology, police psychology, or just mental health to the police service, and to really observe the evolution and acceptance of the work that we do. The philosophy, similar to the ounce of cure, is we aim to prevent then to cure. Basically, our intent is to focus on prevention and early intervention using a holistic approach. We believe that healthy employees function better at work, they improve customer service, and they provide or have a better family or home life. We like to encourage our personnel to take personal responsibility for their health and their wellness and maintaining one's health in a supportive environment. And that's what we are here to do and aim to do. But who are we? Myself as a clinical psychologist, full-time here in the service, and my band of married police and mental health volunteers who I am truly grateful, because without them, this program would not exist. Their passion and commitment to the program I cannot even put in or really express into words. But what is it that I actually do here? It's pretty much, we kind of know the counseling and the therapeutic aspect of clinical services. I average about 50 clinical cases a year, but that's not all that I do. I provide welfare assessments to high-risk units, and in a way, this entire police service is a high-risk unit, right? We've introduced pre-employment screening and psychological evaluations for our police officers, and I am the clinical director of the CISM program and its function. I've also been able to introduce a number of courses, training courses on stress management and sleep hygiene or sleep education, as well as dealing with burnout. And we hope to introduce even more services in terms of the wellness seminars with our community partners as they come in and join us. I also have the new role of interior designer, which was a new skill set that I didn't know I had, and so I hope as you take a tour of the facility that you can appreciate the time and the energy and truly the efforts that went into in a very refined budget, Mr. Wright, correct? In making it look the way that it does. As I said, this facility can now accommodate individual and small group interventions. It can also provide a small team critical incident stress management group interventions, as well as small trainings in our boardroom. Why do we do this work? It's very basic. Passion, commitment, and dedication to service is at the heart and soul of what we do. And if you look around in our CISM members, they all carry this ethos with them. The vision, ultimately, my vision may not necessarily be the vision of others, but really to see an occupational health unit where it can house all services that will be of benefit to our employees. In the short term, we want to continue with the health promotion aspect and development courses, as well as continue training our CISM programs, even with higher risk units and some of the other departments, so they're informed of critical incident stress and how to manage stress issues. And we also want to continue our networking and our collaborations with our community partners, especially within our government system, as well as the nonprofits that are out there, because they have been providing tremendous support to what we've been doing here. So I thank you for coming today. It's such a pleasure, and I'm just in awe that you've all come to support the opening of this new office and enjoy lunch. And so I'll turn it over to our team coordinator.
Not going to be as long as Mira. I made a few little bullet points here. Good afternoon, all. I want to say that it's indeed an honor and a privilege to stand here today at the offices of the Bermuda Police Service Occupational Health Unit and the Critical Incident Stress Management Team. This has been a long-term goal of our welfare director, Dr. Mira Ingemann. I want to express gratitude to senior management of the BPS who understand the necessity of the welfare needs of our members. To the volunteers of the CISM program, which include serving police officers, retired officers, and our dedicated team of civilian mental health experts. I thank you for your dedication. And to my mentors that I look for, Doris Costa, Dr. Mira Ingemann, and also to Richard as well. You guys have been here and been an inspiration and support for me. And it's truly a good day to see this come to fruition. Upon assuming the role of the coordinator of the CISM team, I identified specific areas that we needed to concentrate and dedicate our efforts to. And I put the following units: general law enforcement, family and marriage, natural disasters, firearms, and spiritual and pastoral services. So we have, as Mr. Wright said earlier, we have 28 volunteers, and we're all volunteers, people. We're all volunteers. But everyone's been put into these 5 different specialties. And the reason behind that is because I wanted to make sure that everyone had ownership of a little small pocket. Because once people have ownership of something, then they put their all into it. Between 2013 and 2014, the CISM team dealt with 27 major or significant incidents. And we've dealt with several others as well on a smaller scale. The CISM team members have provided group and one-on-one peer support interventions. And during the mention period, the CISM team has provided mutual aid to our sister service, the Bermuda Fire Service, who are here today as well. Who had to deal with the untimely death of one of their service members. There's been an increase for our services on the CISM team, and we will continue to answer the call. However, training must continue. And for that training to continue, we need additional funding. So this is beautiful. This is a plea as well to find funds so that we can continue to give the services that we do give and help to service our members to keep them on track. So I do thank everyone for coming out, and I just hope that this is the start of something real, something great, something grand. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. Especially acknowledge Commissioner. Looking around the faces that I see here when we started this season program, and it started before my time in the team. People like Mr. Simons, a lot of other people who are up in senior management now. So they've been there to see where we were and what we've come to. But the work of Dr. Ingemann and the season team, it brings us up close and personal with the police officer as a human being. Right? And at a time when that officer usually has been overwhelmed by some critical job incident, or today so many of life's many stressors. This facility and the work of the season team takes on even more relevance in a time when our numbers are shrinking, when we are called on to do more with less, and it's even crucial that all support is given upfront to those dedicated staff so that they not only survive the stressors that are inherent in this profession, but more importantly, that they can go on and thrive in their own lives. So this occasion has not come about by any accident or any favors, but rather it speaks, as Officer said, of a recognition by the service that its people are its most important asset, and that those assets will be looked after. It is over 135 years that the men and women of the BPS have been serving this community, but yet it's only a short 20 years that we have formally recognized the toll that policing actually take on our heroes by introducing the concept of stress management in the workplace. And that concept has since evolved through the establishment of the Welfare Office to today's Occupational Health Unit. The central figure throughout this and bring this to this reality is Dr. Ingemann. Her drive, passion, and commitment for the well-being of officers and staff, is immeasurable. Since 2001, the Welfare Office and its season team have dealt with countless incidents, where officers and staff, some of these incidents are well known, but many will remain confidential between those who sought our services and between those who offered much needed peer support when called on. None of these incidents has been more defining for this service and this welfare policy than Hurricane Fabian back on September 5th, 2003. And that, even overwhelming as it was, it showed that collectively we are a resilient group, right? That establishing mutual aid works, and that properly trained persons will rise to meet even nature's sternest challenges. But through that adversity, we found some silver lining, and a person named Doris DeCosta. You could come up, you could be acknowledged. You're not going to stay here. So it's her passion, her commitment to crisis intervention and staff welfare. It not only kept CISM alive during those difficult times, but for me certainly, it lit a path that has brought me to this time and space here. Right? Through her tenacious efforts, CISM became accepted as part of the fabric of police life. And this current team, numbering some 28, staffed by volunteers committed to the passion and to the mission of helping peers. But it is not just about individuals. We have to look at our mental health. Right? Saudi, you've been around. Gosh, Doris, welfare. You came in to help us. You joined Fabian when you were with the KAMH. You came in, you found space as a welfare officer. You left, you went over to EAP, and you're still helping us. And today you're still a vital member of this team. So,
I love the police.
hey, the police love you there. Right? So we also have retired police officers, people like John and Roger, and who were quite instrumental way back then in setting up the whole program way back in from 1995 and those years and beyond. Right? So we are totally indebted to those guys. And again, without our servant officers, it cannot go on. They are peers helping peers. Right? And the ethos about them is we are all brothers and our sisters keepers. That is what we do. This facility gives us the physical space to make a reality of the philosophical shift that we have been embarking on by moving away from responding to staff impacted by traumas and negative aspects of stress to focus on self-care and utilizing appropriate peer support in order to thrive in law enforcement and to maintain a good quality of life. The use of this facility will be to keep our good people good, enabling to leave this service better, not bitter. To do this, we will step up our education efforts through inputs to watches, units, and that training center that emphasize proper self-care and wellness as a buffer to life and job stressors. We will continue to provide peer support to those colleagues when the need arises. We will inculcate a quality of tactical resistance where all staff have the mental, psychological, and spiritual strength that complement their physical strength and trainings. We will empower the specialist units, such as firearms FLOs, to recognize and address within their own unique stressors how to manage their stuff. And again, we'll ensure our members stay current by up-to-date training and skills building, and continue to work with our fellow first responder agencies and maintain associations with organizations that encourage mutual aid to each other. On behalf of the team coordinator, Sergeant Ming, Dr. Ingemann, we acknowledge the support that senior management and supervisors across the service have been providing to the CISM program, and at accepting this space, we rededicate ourselves to making our colleagues feel safe because we do care. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much and welcome.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, cut.